Welcome. Time for some art fun. First things first, the biggest and the fanciest. I'm very excited. This is like definite birthday present. OMG. Okay, wow. Okay, just a little hint. And then, okay, these are just little half pans that come with magnets that you break off and you stick to the bottom of the half pans. So that's just so that I can put, like for instance, right now in my super granulating set, I have this one that is desert green, but I just have it plooped here because I didn't have a final half pan there, but I have room for another one here, another one or two here, another one here. So I just needed some more half pans. So this is very like a utilitarian unboxing piece. And then this is the Sailor converter that goes inside of this. So we'll leave that for that. Feels like I have an ink. I do. Oh, well, that's interesting. This is like, okay, whoa. First of all, it was already ripped open. That's weird. Let's see. Okay, this is a Noodler's ink. I don't even remember getting, okay, I have to tell you, I don't remember getting Apache Sunset. I remember getting two other ones, and we'll see if they come. But I don't remember getting this, but I do want this. So I guess this could have been like a 4 a.m, can't sleep, insomnia purchase, and I'm here for it. I'm not mad at that. So let's just see. That was it. Nothing else left. And then let's unbox this baby. Guys, this is like the fountain pen and ink haul of my life. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Why? Why? Okay. So pretty. So pretty. Oh. This is like a navy blue. That's the Sailor logo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So first of all, it comes with 2 converters, like for black ink that I'm just not going to use. That's why I got this, so I can put my own ink in there. But this, oh, this is the Spring Rain color that I've been looking at forever. It's so fancy and so expensive. Let me see. Can I pull this? Hold on. Okay, I got my scissor, my trusty scissor. Oh, okay, let's get rid of some of this garbage. All right. Oh my gosh, what a beaut. What a beauty. Okay, got this little fancy tag, but this, oh, it's so pretty. So it's like this jade, milky, opaque body with these clear purple end caps, and it has the Sailor logo on the top in gold. It is a gold finial. It's a screw to open, of course. You post it. It's nicely. Gold nib. Wow. 21 karat nib, and then on the side you can see it says MF. That's medium fine. This is so pretty. So let's see. Even unposted, it's still pretty comfortable, but posted, it's definitely got a better balance, a better weight. That is a gorgeous, ooh, that's a gorgeous pen. It feels really good. That is a beautiful pen. Okay, so then I would just unscrew this. That's where this will go. So I'm going to do that off camera, but that is, ooh, that is the Spring Rain Sailor Pro Gear Slim. That is super expensive, and I found a $100 off deal on this on Amazon in this holiday season that I was ordering, and I just jumped on it because I've been looking at this color scheme for so long, and it's just so pretty. And I don't have a medium fine nib, and I certainly don't have, I only have one other gold nib pen, and I'm not trying to create a collection of gold nib pens because they're really expensive. But I've looked at this particular one because I just find it so just stunning and pretty. Oh, they have another one that's like a winter one that's a blue, a milky, like almost a periwinkle pale blue. That's also beautiful, but green's my favorite color, as you probably know. And this is just such a beautiful complementary scheme. I just thought that green with the gold and the purple is just so, so, so pretty. So very excited about that one. It has obviously been a minute since we had an art haul. I filmed this in 2 different parts. The one I already filmed was getting this gorgeous sailor pen. Be kind of out of order. Look how beautiful that pen. Oh, I'm not over it. It's so pretty. But I held on to it because I knew all these other packages were coming. So let's have some fun and open some art supplies. Oh, okay. Now I did bring this just for this occasion. I'm so excited. I have not had an art haul in quite some time, like a legit I bought things art haul. I got on a total fountain pen kick. Okay, ooh, okay. So this is exciting. I've been wanting to try these inks for a long time, but they're kind of out of the way. And I saw them again, oh my gosh. I saw them on Anderson Pens has a YouTube channel, and they do these reviews called Hot Stuff. They're not really reviews, they're more like mini demonstrations with ink. And I saw both of these on a Hot Stuff video from Anderson Pens, which I highly recommend. I like to go to sleep to them sometimes because I know the music won't sound relaxing to you, but it's really fun. So this is how these came packaged from that particular store. These are KWZ inks. They are a Polish handmade ink company. See, handmade fountain pen ink, KWZ, 60 milliliters. This one is old gold, and this one is menthol green. It is just like, it just looked like such a beautiful, cool, like, oh, I don't know, like, I've never been, but what I would imagine like the Caribbean would look like. I don't know, it's so pretty. So these boxes are nice. I'm probably gonna ruin them. Probably gonna ruin them. Get ready. I'm obviously going to have to show you these inks at the end, so if you want to stick around for demonstrations, please do. So this is how these come packaged really well, as far as for not exploding in shipment. So there is the menthol green, and very nice box, kwzinc.com, made in Poland, super cute. And then here is the, of course I broke it, old gold, same packaging. I love that they write, like it's an image obviously, but that is the ink. So cool. Like it's harder to see the menthol green, but so pretty. Can't wait to try those. Super excited. Okay, so this is a tight viewing area. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to ink these up. I know exactly which pens I want to put all these different things in, and I want to do like demonstration art with them, you know, like little doodles, so you can see the kind of stuff I like to do when I get a new ink. OMG. Oh, okay, let's see. Whoa. And then let's see. Of course, I also have an invoice and tons of these peanuts that I hate. All right. I have a guess about which one this is. I actually don't know what's what because all these boxes came and I just saved them up. Oh, I know which one this is. I'm excited. So I saved them all up to do one video for you, so it's exciting. It's not just like one little thing at a time. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of packaging for this little guy. So this is Moonstone from Monteverde. Monteverde is one of my favorite ink. Ooh, my gosh, watch me break it. One of my favorite ink companies that I've had a ton of inks from, unlike KWZ that I'm just trying for the first time with these. I love these. They're very affordable. Okay, so here's what happened. I saw a Mont Blanc ink called Swan Illusion Plume, I think it's called. Like, yeah, Swan Illusion, something like that. And this really reminds me of that color. And because I love Monteverde, this feels really good. That's why I'm like rubbing it. Because I love the Monteverde line, I just think their inks are really shading and wet and flow really well. And they're super affordable. I know this is only 30 mil and these are 60 mil, but this was like $4. I mean, typically you do have to pay for shipping, but it's so light and little. So very, very affordable. Whereas something like this is usually 15 to 20. So very affordable way to get into ink, and they have so many colors. So I'm very excited to try that. It's just like a really mild, warm gray brown. I hope that's translating. It probably won't. So stick around for the swatching sessions. So excited. This one, I actually thought was going to be this. So I don't know what this one is either. It's so out. I love presents, even when I'm going, oh, no. This wasn't supposed to be here yet. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. This is the ink I was waiting for to ink up with this. And I thought I wasn't going to get it until Monday. And that I was just going to do a separate video with these two. Oh my gosh. So this is a Sailor pen. And this, my friends, is a Sailor ink. This is the box, just really plain looking. And this ink is also really plain looking, but that color is so misleading. I don't know if maybe catching it on the side is showing you the color. I hope you're not just seeing me because I'm trying to not do that. But this looks like an ice cube, this bottle, and this is teeny tiny. This is only 20 mil, maybe even 15 mil. I can't remember. But this is Sailor Studio 162. It is what's called a multi-shading ink. And you'll just have to wait and see. It is so pretty. These like took the internet by storm for the last few years. 123 is a super popular one. And I got 2 of these. It must be the other one that's not coming until Monday. But this is the one that I thought would be such a good match. Right? Like, how cute. How cute. I'm so excited to try that. So we'll see. This might be too fine of a nib to really show what this can do because this multi-shader, it's actually super light. But if you get a ton of it on the page, it looks crazy, just gorgeous. So I'm really excited to paint with this one, to like make art with this one. Oh my gosh. So excited. That was such a nice surprise. Didn't see that coming. Okay, I'm so excited. I hope that wasn't too loud. Oh, cool. Okay, these were the ones that set me off. In my previously recorded video, they'd sent me the wrong one. And I tested it for you and then checked my invoices and realized, indeed, I didn't order it by mistake. They'd sent me the wrong one. So these are the right ones. I got Noodler's Cactus Fruit Eel and Navajo Turquoise. So they did send me the right ones this time. So let's bust these out and take a look. And then we are going to be diving into testing. Now, if you thought this was small and this was big, because so far that would be correct, this is 90 mil. That is 3 ounces, y'all. 3 ounces. This is made by a guy named Nathan Tardis, I believe. He's an American ink maker. This is a Japanese ink maker. I believe these are in California. And like I said, these are in Poland. So this is another American one, but I don't know where he is. I think maybe on the East Coast. And he has like a cult following. I first heard about Noodler's inks on Peter Draws, which is another art tube channel here where if you've definitely heard of Peter Draws, he has like almost a million subscribers. And he's so funny and he's so unique. His personality is so unique and I just love him so much. And he's the reason I got into fountain pens. He's my original fountain pen art enabler. So this is the Navajo Turquoise. You can kind of see the blue in the sun. I wonder. Nope. Isn't that art beautiful? Navajo Turquoise. This is a paper label. So nice. And then this one is Cactus Fruit Eel, which is just like, kind of looks to me like a hot pink. Again, I can see the glow of the color in the corners in the light. I don't know if you can. And that's what this one looks like. The Cactus Fruit Eel. Lubricating ink. I expect this one to be super wet. And I'm excited about that. This is what the box looks like. It's basically a Noodler's. Noodler's is where you put your hand in the river and hope a catfish bites it and you yank it out and that's how you catch the fish, I guess. So it's just a really funny company, really unique. And I'm excited to try these inks. I've got all these babies and now let's swatch them. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. The first thing I wanted to do, of course, was ink up this brand new Sailor Pro Gear Slim in Spring Rain. I wanted to note, I don't know if you could see when I was doing the unboxing, but the little purple end caps on the finial and on the end of the pen have sparkles all throughout the purple. It is just such a pretty pen and it's such a tactile experience that I enjoy, like just touching that pen. I just sit and rub that pen when I'm not using it. This color is stunning. It definitely needed a bigger nib to show what the ink can do. I put it in a broad nib later and it really showed all the different colors, but this is the pen that I wanted to ink up. Having tested all of the inks now in retrospect, I think that the Noodler's Navajo Turquoise would look better in this pen than this Sailor. And this Sailor looks better in the Lamy Safari broad nib that you're going to see me using here with the Navajo. So just bear that in mind. Like, I wish I'd flipped those inks, and I think that would have shown the inks to a better advantage with the particular pens that I was trying to test out. But I love this pen. I'm very happy that I finally got it after just watching it and watching it and watching it and wanting it and wanting it for so long. I think because it has been so long since I did an art haul, and it has been so long since I really went hog wild on buying art supplies, because frankly, I have so many now, I don't feel that need anymore. I just got on this very specific fountain pen and ink kick and went to town on this and felt like I had a little more room in my budget, I guess, because of that. But this is definitely not the kind of pen I would be buying left and right. I don't know how people really afford super expensive pens on a regular basis, other than how you afford any art supplies, which is you pretty much don't spend your money on anything else but art supplies, which I totally get. So just bear that in mind. I want to just put some music on for you to enjoy, and I might pop in here and there to discuss, but big picture, I'm going to do a little ink blot for you to see with some water how the colors in the ink separate. Ink is not like paint. It is purely dye-based. There are some pigment-based inks, like my Carbon Black ink. It's a waterproof ink, and it is a pigment-based ink. But most inks, like this one here, are just dye-based, and the reason I spend money on them, when, of course, you can get like more you could get watercolors that have pigments, you could get acrylic that have pigments, oil obviously have pigments, but I just don't know of any other medium that does what inks do in water. What they do when water hits them is why I'm living for fountain pen ink, and have been for a very long time. I also just love the experience of drawing or writing with a fountain pen and watching the ink lay down on the page. I just find it so satisfying, like bone deep satisfaction when I'm watching, especially with a fire hose type nib, like a broad nib or a giant stub nib or a really juicy medium nib, things like that. I have 2 double broad nibs from Kaveco. So the more ink I can get on the page with my writing or drawing, the better, in my opinion. That does mean that you can't just use any old paper, because if you try to use fountain pen ink, like for instance, I have a swatch book that I use from Arteza that you will have seen in a bunch of my videos. And if I tried to use these inks on my Arteza swatch book, it just feathers out and looks absolutely horrendous. It does not show the ink to its best advantage. So you really want to use paper that is friendly for fountain pen inks. There are a ton out there. Probably my favorite is this Dingbats notebook. I use Dingbats journals all the time for everything from calendaring to note-taking during work to journaling to drawing. So I do really love these dot grid journals, and they love fountain pen ink. Now, having done this Kaveco 1.1 stub calligraphy nib in my Sport here, my Macchiato Sport, I realized that I don't really like this particular stub nib. It's a hard starter. It gives me more trouble. None of my other stub nibs give me trouble. So I'm actually going to switch this back out for the original nib. The reason the front is black is because I bought a separate 1.1 stub nib just to try the Kaveco stub, and I'm not a fan. I like their broads the absolute best. The double broads are phenomenal. The mediums are phenomenal. This is the first time I've had a nib from them that I'm just sort of like, well, you know what? I could take it or leave it. And if that's how I feel, I leave it. So enjoy watching all of these swatches on this paper. I believe it's 160 GSM cream smooth as glass paper, and it just really resists the fountain pen ink. It doesn't seep in, and that's the key. Unlike with watercolor paper, where you want that cotton, like the more absorbent the better almost with watercolor, that's the opposite for fountain pen ink. If you're drawing with fountain pen ink or writing with fountain pen ink, you want something that resists the pigment, well, I shouldn't say pigment, but you know what I mean, the ink, because then it sits on top of the paper. It does take a little bit longer to dry, but it sits on top of the paper and allows the ink to sort of just shine. If it absorbs into a paper like a copy paper, it just looks like regular, Bic ballpoint pen ink. There's no reason to spend money on the ink or the fountain pens if it's just going to seep right in and look the same as any other pen. You just go have those pens and go to town and have fun. A lot of people love those pens. But if you're spending money and time using and finding and filling fountain pens with fountain pen ink, you want to see the properties of the ink. And the properties I'm talking about are shading, sheening, and sparkle. Those are some of the best properties of fountain pen ink.
Shading is what you're seeing here when different parts of the letter look like a different color than another part of the letter. Or on the left, where the ink is really dark and pooling on the left, but light on the right, that's shading. This ink here is the KWZ Menthol Mint, and this was my favorite. I already can tell this is an ink I won't be able to live without going forward. I'm always going to have a bottle of this. This is going to be one of my standby. I'm obsessed. And the minute you see this color, I think you'll understand why. I was really worried that this color wasn't going to come across in my video. I kept changing the light a bunch of different times just to make sure you all could see how ridiculously vibrant this color is. It is so stunning. So this one is a massive shader. It is absolutely beautiful, but I put it in such a fire hose of a nib. This is a 1.5 stub, so it's just a giant nib that lays down a ton of ink. Unless I was writing really quickly, you couldn't see the shading properties, and I wasn't writing quickly because I was just living for watching this ink come out of the nib onto the page. So just know, if you put this in like any other smaller nib, the shading properties of this really come out. I've already put it in 2 other pens. That's how I know. So just know, in like a regular broad nib, in a medium nib, this ink is a killer. Like, it is just stunning. Whoa. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. So shading is when different parts of the letter itself have different levels of ink pooling in the letter, and it shades. So different parts look darker and different parts look lighter. That's what I would describe as shading. This one is also a really good shader, as is the other Noodlers. A sheening ink looks like different colors in the light, and I have a lot of those types of inks in prior videos, so you can just look at my all my inks video and you can see some sheeners. And then sparkle is when there are actual like particles, glitter particles in the ink. You just have to be a little more careful with that, because it's like when you have glitter in your house, it really is like that in your pen forevermore, or at least for a month or two. Any ink you put in there, even though the hue will be gone, the dye is gone, the sparkles might still be living in the feed of the pen, and so every ink you use becomes a sparkle ink, which I love. So I'm obsessed with that. I'm very happy with that. But if you don't like that and you don't want sparkle, just pick a sparkle pen, and that's the one you put sparkle ink in, and you'll be fine. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. There are a couple of surprises at the end, so definitely stick around for that. But I'm just going to put you on with music for a little while so you can enjoy the remaining swatches.
Another thing that actually came in that I'm putting in with this unboxing is this little mailer from Junko. Junko Arts has a channel here on YouTube, and I've been watching her for a while. We kind of came up around the same time. How cute is that? But she asked me if she could send me some of her stuff, and I said, yes, of course, please. And I asked her if I could show it on camera, and she said, yes, of course, please. So here we go.
And while you watch the rest of these little outro clips of what I got from Junko, these beautiful pieces of art on postcards and stickers, I will just ask that you check if you're subscribed. If you're not, I would so appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Leave me a like and a comment with which of the products I showed you today you would be interested in trying for yourself. Until next time, remember, create something cute.